Let me ask you, if you truly loved and cared about your partner, doesn't that mean you want what's best for them? So if your partner ever has desires for another person, wouldn't you want your partner to fulfill those desires? If you truly unconditionally cared about your partner and it was all about I love you and I love you and I love you and I love you so much, you're the best person ever, I want what's best for you, I love you, I love you, I love you. If you really love them, wouldn't you want them to be happy? So if they start to desire another person, why don't you just let them go fuck that person? The truth is, you don't actually love the person. You're trying to gridlock control them. Hey, what's up guys? So a few people have asked me to do a video on this article. I first heard about this article, I think it was yesterday. The one, the only Paul Joseph Watson tweeted it out. The article, What Open Marriage Taught One Man About Feminism. It's an article written by a man who basically realized that his desire to be in a monogamous relationship, a monogamous marriage, his desire to want his wife to be his and his only, mine, my own, my precious. That desire to want to control and want his wife to be his only, doesn't want his wife to go out there and have sex with other men. According to this article, he realized that that was patriarchal oppression and that if he wanted to be a true feminist, he should allow his wife to basically go fuck whoever she wants to. Now, as I began reading this, the first thing I thought to myself was, if he allows her to fuck any guy she wants to, but she does not allow him to fuck any woman he wants to, then this article is something to make a big fucking deal about. And a lot of people are actually making a big deal about it. But the catch here is that when you read through, he actually says that he uses their open marriage to go have sex with women as well. So it's actually a fair deal. I thought it was just that. Only she, in the name of feminism, she can go fuck whoever she wants, but he has to be loyal to her. That's what I thought at first. But it turns out that wasn't the case. Turns out that they both use it. And then that'll kind of lead us into a conversation about whether or not monogamy makes sense. I don't think monogamy makes any sense. I think it's stupid and insane. The idea that you'd want to be with one person for the rest of your life and not think that's a stupid fucking plan. You don't think that's a dumb idea? Humans like variety, okay? Variety is the spice of life. We don't eat the same food every day. We don't watch the same movie every day. We don't hang out with the same friends every day. But when it comes to our sexual partner, the person we're going to be with, we're willing to be with that person, one person only, for the rest of fucking eternity. Like, imagine you made a similar deal like that with your friends. Like, let's say you had a group of friends, you're like, you know what, guys? Let's get married, friends. Not a sexual or romantic thing. Let's just prove how loyal we are to each other, how much we love each other. We have to be friends with each other and each other only for the rest of our fucking lives. That is stupid. It makes no sense. Monogamy makes no sense for the simple fact that humans like change. Humans like variety. And the only constant in the fucking universe is change. People change, their preferences change, their ambitions change, their desires change. Locking yourself in with one person for the rest of your fucking life, 80 plus years, is the stupidest fucking idea ever. Let's go ahead and jump into the article. The man writes, as I write this, my children are asleep in their room. Loretta Lynn is on the stereo, and my wife is out on a date with a man named Paolo. It's her second date this week, her fourth this month so far. Before my wife started sleeping with other men, I certainly considered myself a feminist. But I really only understood it in the abstract. When I quit working to stay at home with the kids, I began to understand it on a whole new level. I am an economically dependent household husband coping with the withering drudgery of child rearing. Okay, shut up, you apologetic queer. Anyways, the point is that eventually he says that he ended up using their open marriage and he would actually go have sex as well. And I think that's the clincher. It's not that bad. This is how marriage. If there's going to be a marriage, this is how marriage should be. Um, but honestly, marriage doesn't make any sense. Fundamentally, it's the dumbest thing ever. And I'm sorry to say it, guys, but most people who get married, they don't get married because they actually genuinely love their partner so unconditionally, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. People don't actually want to be with that person for 80 years, but the real reason they get married is because they're afraid of being single. Marriage is like an insurance policy protecting you against the possibility of being single. It's a way to lock down somebody because you fear being alone. You fear what might happen if that person finds somebody else attractive, if that person gets an interest in another person. When you legally bind, think about it. Why would you bring the government and legalities and contracts into unconditional till death do us part? The way we turn love and marriage into this overblown shit with a gigantic wedding, thousands of dollars, the whole ceremony. But you're gonna taint that with contractual obligations? You're putting a handcuff on your fucking partner. You are legally binding your partner to you. Let me ask you, if you truly loved and cared about your partner, doesn't that mean you want what's best for them? So if your partner ever has desires for another person, wouldn't you want your partner to fulfill those desires? If you truly unconditionally cared about your partner, and it was all about, I love you, and I love you, and I love you, and I love you so much, you're the best person ever, I want what's best for you, I love you, I love you, I love you. If you really love them, wouldn't you want them to be happy? So if they start to desire another person, why don't you just let them go fuck that person? The truth is, you don't actually love the person. You're trying to gridlock control them. You're trying to hang on and control these people. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good number of you guys aren't going to like this video because there's a lot of slut shamers in the anti-feminist movement. And although I think there is a lot of bullshit when feminists talk about slut shaming, I don't see a rational basis for shaming women who are slutty. The only rational basis I can see for shaming sluts is if they're going around rampantly fucking people and not being held responsible for their actions. If the government is going to pay through fucking childcare, get the taxpayers to pay for your fucking kid because you're going around fucking 800 men without even thinking about it, that's fucked up. You should be slut shamed. If you're not being responsible in your sluttiness, you should be slut shamed. But a woman who uses contraception, who is an independent woman who has her own job and she's secure and stable in her own finances, I don't give a fuck how many guys she fucks. You know what? The sluttier women are, the easier it is for men to get laid. We should all just admit our sluttiness. Come on. We all want to fuck. Come on. We all want to fuck everyone, okay? Not everyone, but you get it. So yeah, this marriage is fundamentally about control, and I don't care how many thousands of dollars you spend on a ceremony. The truth is that logically, marriage makes no sense based on the supposed reasons people get married. The only possible reason I can see for getting married is if you actually truly do end up wanting to be with that person for the next 80 years. If you actually go 80 years together and you guys genuinely wanted to be together, then that's great. But if you were going to end up being together for 80 years, why did you have to turn it into a contract? Why did you have to make a fucking deal and say, hey, if you break this fucking promise, I'm going to hate you, divorce you, and take half your fucking shit? Like, if you love each other, just love each other. Just, be together and love each other. Why do you gotta, bring a contract in it and say, if you listen, love of my life, listen till death do us part, listen till sickness and in health, Mrs. Love of my life, who I love so unconditionally, if you ever change your mind, if your love for me ever fluctuates and you don't want to be with me anymore, I'm going to make sure that when you separate from me, you're also breaking the contract and I'm going to legally come after your fucking ass. Does that sound like love? It ain't. It's pseudo-love. It's weak, insecure people masquerading as being in love, trying to control their partner, fucking slavery style. Sorry. So the truth is, this article isn't that bad because at least the guy uses the open marriage status to fuck women himself. If it turned out that he was full-blown mangina and basically just said, "Hey, in the name of women's liberation, honey, you can go fuck all the men you want because gender equality, inequality, male privilege, and to equalize that imbalance, you better just go fuck 20 dudes, just go have 10 gangbangs, and you know what? And when you record it and then show it to me, so I can just cry and feel terrible just to equalize, how much more privileged I am than you as a woman." So there you have it, folks. A lot of people are shitting their pants over this, but I don't think it's as justified, only if he wasn't taking advantage of the open marriage status himself. Oh, almost forgot. Speaking of gender equality, check out the sexy new that's a sexy shirt, y'all. Looks sexy on me, and it looks sexy on you too, I bet. Gender equality, we're splitting the bill. Shirts are now available, y'all. Check it out in the link below. Take care. Shipping worldwide, by the way.
Andrew from South Carolina took the red pill, and he says, "It works exactly as advertised. I took it during meditation and I could finally focus." Jessica from California took the red pill, and she says, "I felt calm and focused. I am pretty creative, but after taking it, the ideas were flowing." People from all over the world have taken the red pill. It's your turn to choose. Click the screen to learn more.